please raise your hand if you need anything about the piece, about what it's like performing a piece, or I'm thinking about anything at all. Nothing? Yes?
How long have you been playing the piano?
How long have I been playing? Well, I started way back in first grade. So the true answer would be like 17 years. But really, I didn't find my passion until I was really in middle school. So I kind of try to act like from first grade to 7th grade didn't count, but it really does count. And basically I found my passion not through classical music, but instead one of my favorite bands growing up was this band called Muse. And basically I was playing piano, and it wasn't until my brother actually showed me one of their songs, and I was like, whoa, that's piano? That sounds really cool. And the second I had that connection with it, then I started diving really into music, and then, yeah. Anything else? Yes? Sorry, what was that? Oh, yes. So Rachmaninoff, basically it took him 23 years to compose all his preludes instead of 24. And now the reason for this is because he didn't originally plan to write all 24, like J.S. Bach did and Chopin. They decided to compose all 24 as a set together. Instead, Rachmaninoff ended up, composing 3 or 4 at a time, and then eventually got to the point where he's like, I might as well do this myself. And that's why we got 24 preludes. Yes? Yes, for sure. Yeah, the middle section is absolutely stunning. And really what's happening there is it's almost like a texture within the left hand, but then there's actually a duet happening at one point between the 2 hands. So really what I'm thinking in my head is the accompaniment part, the melody part, and then a tenor line as well within it. So there's a lot going on there. Yes, wait for the microphone to come to you, please. No, wonderful question. So the beginning and the end of the piece are in G minor. But what composers end up doing when we go on this journey is they'll actually have us modulate into a completely different key, and this really makes it a completely different color. So the beginning of the piece, we have this G minor sound, but then that middle section, really home started feeling like D major. So we end up going to a completely different key. Wonderful question. Anybody else? No? Oh, yes.
Is any of this music used for silent movies?
Yes, so a lot of times classical music will end up being used in films and all that. In silent movies, they really had a lot of it. I think the Chopin later, a lot of you might recognize it from cartoons, maybe way back when, like Tom and Jerry, and they have all that in it. So it's almost sad that we don't hear it as much, but obviously when it comes to like films that are like romances, you'll hear things like Prelude, like Debussy, and you have all these other classical pieces that are used as well. But I'm not sure if this one in particular is used in any film. But thank you. Wonderful question. Anybody else? All right, let's move on to the next part.